Hello, Islanders. Hello. I'm glad that you're here. I guess you could say rocking out. I was rocking out to my cruise playlist, which I have been working on extensively the last week. Amanda's been making fun of me because I'll sit there at night in my recliner as we're playing songs for our kids and we're trying to sing to them to go to sleep. And I've been working on that playlist, but I'm telling you, when you get something fine-tuned and you get a good mixture of music in and you can't predict what song is coming on next, it could be completely different than the song before, it's a good playlist. And I was rocking out up here by myself. So, oh my goodness. It is time for Island Time Live, and we have so much to talk about. Jay is here. Jay, we appreciate you as always for your support. You've been here since the beginning. You really have. Jimbo is here too. Good evening. I hope you've had a great weekend. Thank you for asking about Mom. Plumber Saul, hello and welcome from Kentucky. Jimbo, my mom, we could not have asked for a better appointment on Thursday. Remember, we were going to go live Thursday, and we had so much to do. Or Thursday night, the appointment was Friday. Infection's looking okay for Mom, and the doctor is going to let her finish her antibiotics. She has 3 more weeks of antibiotics, and then we're going to go back in a month, and he's going to make a final determination if she can keep her leg or not. And it's big for anybody, but my mother she's been disabled since I was 12 years old. She barely gets around as it is with 2 legs, enough to transfer, in her car to my house and restaurants. And so thank all of you Islanders for praying for my mother. You've reached out. You reach out every day on YouTube and Facebook and ask about her. Thank you so much. It means the world to me. Hello, Michael and Ann and Doreen. I'm glad that you're here. We have so much to talk about. Stacy, Jesse, Ryan, hello, Arizona, Louisiana, Michigan, Kentucky. Of course, I'm in Arkansas. We have several states represented. Wherever you're watching from, I hope things are well. I hope you had a great weekend and you have a great week ahead. I took off on Friday because we leave the following Friday, the 23rd, for the Vista. So I was like, why not just take off Friday and make this week a short week, make next week a short week. We are so excited. Casey is in the house. Kathy is here, North Carolina. Thank you again, Kathy, for your comments. Evelyn is here from New Jersey. Do you think other Carnival lines will sell soon? I do. I really do. I think there's some big plans in store for the next couple of weeks, some big announcements, both for ships as they have been running with the Vista and the Horizon and other plans as well. We'll talk about that. Hello, Lynn. Welcome. Carolyn, welcome back. I hope you're doing okay. Oklahoma in the house. Man, we need a map. David's from Georgia. Oh, my gosh. And looky here, from Canada. Joanne from Canada. Thank you so much for being here. I have to say this to kick off the show tonight, okay? Within like 5 minutes of before we came on, I got the notification on my phone that Island Time now has over 1,400 subscribers. And while other people, and it's funny because in my world, my friends know that I've started this little venture, and it's something that I've enjoyed doing. They've encouraged me over years to do it. My family knows. And so they know it's out there. And when I tell them, they'll ask me, hey, how many subscribers do you have? I'll say, well, we have a community of 1,400 people. And they're like, oh, that's 1,400. That's not a lot. They don't know. They don't know the realities of YouTube and blogging. It takes the average channel, just average, not just a cruising blog, but average channel, 22 months to get 1,000 subscribers, which is huge because you can go live on your cell phone when you get 1,000 subscribers. You don't have to go live just on your computer, and you can cover things in events and use your cell phone. But it takes 22 months on average. We are 2 months old. We have 2,400 subscribers, and it's huge. It really is. And we continue to grow every day. There continues to be more and more views on our videos, and that is because of you. And so I thank you sincerely for watching videos and for commenting, for not just watching it and going to something else, but taking time to comment on Facebook and YouTube, to join these live sessions. I tell Amanda all the time, and friends and family, it's crazy. It's crazy that this knucklehead really, and the thoughts that are in my mind and the things that I enjoy, that I can express those, and other people agree. And so I see a lot of people joined again. Lynn from Texas, Jimbo, Indiana, Irma from Florida, hope you're doing okay. And of course, Jay's from Ohio. Claudia is from Texas. We have probably 10 or 15 states represented. Okay, got some new things tonight. Okay, the lights, I had someone comment on the lights behind me. They said it's not the green, it's not the orange that we typically see on your videos. I try to go red. If I remember, I go red during the live video, so it's red. It may look orange because of the different lighting in here, but it is red. We've also got, I told you once we took off, this is only about our fourth or fifth live video, but I said we would have trivia, we would have games, and we're going to start a little bit of that tonight. We're going to see how it runs. This is live, and I love it because we get to interact. But when I record videos, I can cut that clip. I can say, hey, turn that thing off, let's restart, and you can't do that here. So we'll see how it goes. I have got a game, and we found out last Sunday through really you guys. You guys asked, how can I help? How can I help pitch into the cause? How can I help cover, equipment you've bought, things like that? And so I turned on the Super Chats feature. I would never ask for a Super Chat necessarily, but I had so many people ask, how can I have two questions. Number one, how can I help you? And number two, can I buy merch? And so we've turned on Super Chats, and we've got an announcement coming up with merch. We've got our first item, a lanyard. It's ordered. And I hope it comes in very, very soon. It is sweet. I will just go ahead and tell you. And I'll try to find a way to share it on Facebook. But it's going to be awesome. I'm going to tell you that right now. We did it the right way. It's going to be great. I'm hoping it's in before my July 24th Vista cruise. I've had several ask about it. If it's in, I'll bring them. We'll see. So every time we get a Super Chat tonight, we're playing a game. Never have I ever. Okay? You've probably played this game before. I've got it in my nice Yeti too. I wish my Yeti had something else than paper in it. But never have I ever. We get a Super Chat. I don't care what the denomination is. We're going to pull one of these out. No matter what we're talking about, we're going to read what it is, and you are going to be able to engage and say, yes, I have done that. No, I have not done that. That's going to be what we do. And they're not just basic statements. They're probably going to come up with a story that we're all going to be able to tell together, because there's some crazy stuff. And there's stuff that I've seen it done and stuff that I haven't. So we'll see where that goes. But I wanted to share that with you. Weekly news. So I know all of you, I don't need to go into the news because you follow everything closely, but there's a lot going on. One thing that I thought about today, yes, Susan, I would say we've had 40 subscribers since noon. And it may be the latest video. I'm not a clickbait person. I'm not going to put something up there. I've got friends that do it, but I'm not necessarily going to do that. But the latest video, there was some controversy with the celebrity edge, and the couple kicked off. We're still trying to get the complete story. It's not something that celebrity necessarily wants to share, because something happened there with protocols and rules. There was a leak in the balloon. Something happened there, and so companies a lot of times don't want to take fault if they don't have to, and we'll see what celebrity does. Carolyn, thank you so much. Carolyn Mills, $10 Super Chat. We're going to start this thing right here and see how it goes. You have thanked me, Carolyn, but thank you, honestly. You were with us last week. You told us about your husband, told us about your cruises you have coming up. Know that we're here for you. And we're going to play our first installment of Never Have I Ever. Here we go. So I'm going to read a statement out, and you are going to, you can give me a thumbs up if you've done it, a thumbs down, a yes, a no. You tell me what you've done here. Here we go. First one. I'm going to read it out to you. Never have I ever been that guy or girl at the comedy show or seen someone be that guy or girl at the comedy show. So for our comedy fans, if you've gone to comedy on Carnival, or comedy in general, but on Carnival, have you ever been that person? It'd be an interesting story if you have, or seen someone think that they're a little bit smarter than that comedian. I've got a story about it, and I'll keep it short, but I've seen from the 1 minute into the show, guy sitting front row, maybe had too much to drink, thought that he was funnier than the comedian. And for 25 minutes, we saw the comedian make comedy out of that guy. So have you ever been that guy or that girl at the comedy show, or seen someone be that person, that guy or girl at the comedy show who heckles the comedian, gives the comedian a hard time, and then all of a sudden the show spins around and the spotlight is no longer on the comedian, even though the light's on. It's now on that person sitting in the first, second, third row. Have you ever seen it? I'll tell you my answer, and you know it. I have. I have never been that person. I have not, because I've seen it. I've seen it happen too much. Jay, thank you so much. We'll do another one here in a second. And thank you, Jay, because you do a lot for me too. You really do. I've never been the person, but I have seen it, and it's like a car crash. You don't want to watch it, but you have to watch it, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, did you just say that? And then the comedian catches it, and then the show completely changes. And then sometimes you feel bad for them, but they put themselves in that situation. So Irma has seen it before. Lynn has not. Jimbo has not. Casey has. Susan, no. Doreen has seen it. It is, it's like, you want to help that person so bad, but then again, they made their decision. It's on them. So that's funny. That is funny. Joanna, thank you very much. Thank you so much for that thought about Mom. She means the world to me. We'll find out in a month if she gets to keep that leg, and just to be able to walk a little bit. That's just be able to walk. Plumber Saul said no, he hasn't. David has seen it. If you have seen it, you know what I'm talking about. It is hilarious. It really is. Jesse, no, and Jay, yes. So here we go. Jay, thank you for the super chat. Here is the question for Jay's super chat here. Never have I ever sang karaoke on board. Okay, never have I ever sang karaoke on board. Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, a yes and a no. And I want to know if you sang karaoke on board, first off, were you sober or not? And was it good or not? Never have I ever sang karaoke on board. I have sang karaoke on board, and I can promise you I've done it by myself on a dare. You know, hey, you won't get up there and do that. Well, yeah, I will. I don't know these people. Yes, I will. And I've done it in a group of guys. My twin brother. The funniest situation, my twin brother, we sang, well, I'm just going to put it the way it is. We sang I'm in Love with a Stripper, and it was a dare, and my brother, he will be on with us sometime. He works retail, so he works a lot of nights. We sang I'm in Love with a Stripper. It was the adult version, past 10 p.m. or something like that. And you you would not imagine the response we got. I thought this is going to be awful. I didn't really know all the words. The dance floor was full. You'd never believe it. And we were in the comedy club, and you know there's poles, structural poles that hold things up. And I don't even have to say any more. You can imagine what happened with the song, the environment we were in. It's past 10 o'clock. The song was 4 or 5 minutes, and it was unreal. I could not have. I thought I'm gonna get up here and do this. It's gonna be stupid, but I have sing karaoke, and it was not good. Amy, you're gonna be on board soon. Saul, you haven't, but you haven't on board, but you've seen karaoke. Kathy, don't be chicken. You don't know the people. Practice before. I've learned that, and I've never practiced before and then went and performed. I do need to get a little something going, just to do it. I don't sing karaoke much here. Do it on a cruise ship. You don't know anybody. Casey, not sober, not good. It was Baby Got Back. Oh, that's great. That's great. Doreen, I was the butt of the joke. I was wearing a beautiful leopard print top. The comedian asked why I was wearing Ramada inbred spread. Yep, exactly, Doreen. That's what I'm talking about with the comedian. You know what I'm talking about. Jay said, not sober, not too bad. I like that. One thing about karaoke is there's so many people that aren't very good that if you're decent and you're okay, then you're actually pretty good. And if you're good, really good, then you're like, oh my gosh, this person can sing, But if you're average, you sound good because all the people before you. And the key is, which you don't have control necessarily on a cruise line, is you want to follow someone that was not very good. Person before you's not very good, you get up there and you're better or average, like, oh my gosh, this person can sing. Susan, no, but I have a good voice. Susan, karaoke on your next cruise. Just do it. Irma has not. Amy, so glad I finally caught you live. I'm glad that you are here. I'm so glad that you're here. We are here. I can't wait to meet you. It's going to be great. It really is. And thank you, Amy, as I'm talking to you. Thank you so much for the super chat. We will do another Never Have I Ever here in just a second. See if I can catch up. Jay, all the humanity, exactly. Irma, not on a ship. I may have to give I couldn't do an encore of I'm in love with a stripper because I did it with my brother. We would if we cruise together again, we've cruised together several times. We'll just have to do it now just to do it because it was magical. I mean, I sat down after I was done with I'm in love with a stripper, and I promise you 30, 40 people on the dance floor doing every move you can imagine. I sat down, and of course my wife recorded it. And I said, did that just happen? I did not. I expect to be laughed at for 4 or 5 minutes, and it was the exact opposite. So if you haven't karaoke'd, just try it, even if you're terrible like I am. Okay, Amy, let's get to the question. You asked, you got the super chat. Let's get this question. This is a good one here. Never have I ever, this is for Amy, okay? Never have I ever, give me thumbs up, thumbs down, been helped back to the ship because I was not completely there 100%. Have you ever had to have some help? And I'm talking about you've had to put your arm around somebody. Someone has had to put their arm around you to help you walk. Someone has had to carry you. I've done this before to Amanda. Never have I ever been helped back to the ship because I was not all there. Casey and Kathy, I will see if I can find that recording. It was unreal. Mr. Sancho's, I have a feeling that some of us here who have been to Mr. Sancho's may have had to be helped back to the ship. I have seen it's Mr. Sancho's, there's other places, but Mr. Sancho's, I've seen at 10:30 a.m. A guy be helped by his two brothers, escorted to the exit to get a taxi to go back at 10 or 10:30 a.m. I'm thinking, how do you have too much already at 10 or 10:30 a.m.? But it happens. It really does happen. It's crazy. So, Lynn, no. Irma, no. Casey, no. Who said yes? Susan said never. Jay, had to be helped a little bit. Amanda said you better watch what you say. Yes, ma'am. When this is over, I have to go downstairs. I will not say any more. But have I had to be helped? Hold my hand a little bit. Just make sure I don't fall off the pier. I don't want to fall off the side of the pier there. Help me, help me. I have been the helper, Casey. I have. Amanda's keeping the kiddos quiet. We've got to hopefully find a night soon when the kiddos are gone. We can both be up here. But thank you, Amanda, for keeping those kiddos downstairs. So, it was about, there were more no's. There were more no's for sure on that one. Ever had to be helped back to the ship. That's okay. More no's, but there were some yeses, and sometimes that's what it's all about. Yep, Jay, we got to be quiet. Amanda is here. Jesse, yes, but my wife, thanks to the margaritas at Poncho's. I know what you're talking about. Oh, Kathy. It is, hey, it's not embarrassing for the person that needs the help because they have no clue what's going on. Most of the time. If they need a little bit of help, okay. But for that person that's helping, I've been there, I'll keep it at that. We'll tell more stories sometime if Amanda will let me. Not off the ship, Doreen says, but my husband was looking for a wheelbarrow on board one night to get me down one short hallway. I know exactly what you're talking about. Most definitely. Most definitely. So, that is Never Have I Ever. We'll see if we play it more. It's a fun game. Something again, trying to sprinkle in something new. When we all get together, we're a community, and it's nice to talk and interact. It's also nice to have just a little bit of fun and enjoy ourselves. That's what it's all about. I wrote on our Facebook page, July 24th Facebook page. I told everyone there we're up to like 600 members to enjoy the next. I said 2 weeks, but it's less than 2 weeks now. There's some of the most fun of the cruise, and maybe you agree with me, maybe you don't. But for me, those last 14 days and 10 days and 5 days, that anticipation and distress, anxiety, I lose sleep, honestly. I'll be honest with you, because I'm trying to plan everything out and make sure I have everything printed. But I put on there to enjoy these last 2 weeks before the vacation, because to me, they rival. It's not as fun, but they rival the amount of fun you're going to have on the cruise. They really do. And maybe you agree with me or not. Some people, Amanda is not a planner. She gets excited about before we leave, but she just doesn't get that anticipation like I do. Jay, Wasted Away in Margaritaville. I love that song, but it does hit a little bit different when you're wasted away. That's one of mine. It is on my playlist. I promise you that. I was playing my playlist for Amanda. We had to go about a 30-minute car ride yesterday, and Amanda never likes my playlist. We don't have the same taste of music, but she actually liked this one. And so, yep. Let me ask you, I have not asked you this, and we're over 20 minutes in here. If you have not liked this video, please, please, please like the video. It really does help YouTube's algorithm, help match this video with people who are online right now looking for something to watch. It does. And if you have not subscribed, I hope you enjoy our content. We have so many people that watch our content but don't subscribe, and that's, of course, it is a choice. But if you have not subscribed, we would love to have you here. We are an island full of islanders who try to help each other, keep each other up to date with the news, with hints and tricks and tips of what's going on in the cruise world. So please, please, please subscribe if you have not. Let's see. Catching up. Casey is 60 days out. It will fly by. We were just there. I promise it will fly by. And we'll talk about checking in here in just a second. Amy is packed and ready to go. I am getting there, actually. I'm almost about halfway done packing, and I'm a light packer. I don't take very much, especially the platinum status on Carnival and the ability to do free laundry, and Amanda's platinum as well. So we've got free laundry service, and really I have limited. I mean, I don't take much at all. On 7-day cruises, I wear the same formal outfit both formal nights. When the formal dinner is done and the pictures we do, whenever they're done, we go back to the room and change. It's different for everybody. Hello, Bill. Welcome. But we go back and change, and I wear tank tops and swim trunks just about all day, every day, and pack a few T-shirts. Put a little T-shirts in case I get cold or something in the casino or a lounge. But I've started packing too, Amy. Lynn is 26 days away. Enjoy the 26 days. They're long sometimes, but it is so much fun. It really is. Susan's a planner and a solo traveler. It'd be different. It really would. I've never cruised solo. I've taken Mom before, and that was different because she had activities she wanted to do and ones I wanted to do, and so I had some time by myself. But I can imagine that would be different. And Jimbo too, 26 days away till Mardi Gras, and it is. We should see. Speaking of Mardi Gras, Jimbo, we should see finally, for the first time, real pitch. Well, we've seen some pictures, but pictures and video. Carnival has been, I don't want to say very hard, but Carnival has asked employees who are working on Mardi Gras not to post pictures and video on social media because there's not much out there. And it's understandable. That's Carnival's ship, and they want to do it right. They want to get a film crew on board and record some of the different places. My understanding, what I've heard is some of the recordings of the venues and just like almost a small tour of different floors has been done, and it's supposed to be released to us sometime this week. So Jimbo and those of you going on Mardi Gras, David, later in the year, you should see real video finally of the Mardi Gras, hopefully this week. That's what we're hoping for. Yeah, Jay, you gotta pack those undies for sure. And get them washed. Exactly. Yep. Free laundry. If you are platinum or diamond on Carnival and you've never used a laundry service, we have never had an issue with it. I thought at first, I was apprehensive because I thought maybe they'll lose some of my laundry or misplace it, or how long does it take? But it's same day service most of the time, even if you give it to your room steward in the afternoon, and we've never had an issue. So if you have not used the perk, use it. Even if it's for swimsuits and undergarments, things like that, it has been great. Bobby, hello. It's great to see you. I hope that you're doing great. I hope your family's doing great. I know you just went to Kentucky and you're back home. I hope that you are doing well. It's great to see you in here. Jay's 90 days away. It's going to fly by. I promise you that. We are booked on Mardi Gras for New Year's. We will fly out Christmas Day from Arkansas and fly to MCO there in Orlando and leave December 26th is what the plan is. So, Stacy, August 21st. Yes, Casey, it is magical coming home with most of your clothes clean, especially if there are two people in your cabin that have the laundry service. You can have laundry done 3 or 4 times on your cruise, because both of you both get the perk. It's separate, So, the way they do it is there's bags in the cabin, and whatever you can fit in that bag is what they're going to wash. So we stuff the bags, and they wash them, but I would get my own bags for being platinum. Amanda would get her own, so we can do laundry several times. So it's going to be nice. So Jay said they released video for the Brass Magnolia today. I need to look that up. I have not seen that. Have not seen it. I need to look that up. Okay, so checking in. We have a lot of people. Let's see. I was reading Irma's comment there. 40 days to Mardi Gras. Platinum taking some gold and first-timers with us. That is taking first-timers, and they get to go on the Mardi Gras, Irma. That is, they're going to be spoiled. Taking first-time cruisers, it's challenging for me because my personality, I want that person before we even go to know so much about the ship and Carnival, the culture, the environment, how they treat us, what you can do, what's included. And for a long time, for years, I would just give them all kinds of information, And then I thought, you know what? I remember falling in love cruising in 2011, December of 2011. and form my own opinion about it. And so now, as hard as it is, I try to give them the basics. I'm there if they have questions, but I'll let them be impressed now for their first time. It's hard for me to do, but it's neat just to see the reaction. And they'll say, "You can get as much as you want at dinner." We'll be at the first dinner, and I order my dinner, and they were going to order one thing, and they hear me go, "I've got 3 appetizers and 2 entrees," and they say, "You can order more than one thing?" Yes. Yeah, you can order more than one thing. So it's so much fun to take first-timers, Irma. Enjoy that. Rodney Mama's doing good. We got good news on her leg this past week. She is going, the drainage in her leg, she had staph. The drainage has almost stopped. They took the sutures out, and she gets to finish her antibiotics. She's got 3 weeks left, and we go back in a month to make that final determination of does she get a new knee replacement, because they've taken the hardware broke in her old one, gave her staph. And they took it out. She's got a spacer there now, and an immobilizer, a big cast. But does she get a new knee replacement, or do they amputate her leg? So it looked good this week. Her leg is healing, and 3 more weeks of antibiotics, and we're praying. We really are. Thank you so much for asking about her. Bill uses laundry service. Kimberly, I didn't know. I'm gonna have to ask about a bigger bag. I didn't know. I stuff my clothes in there. I mean, roll them up and stuff them in there. If they have a bigger bag, I need to ask for it though. Amy, I see your comment there. Yes, other people washing your clothes would be nice. I agree with that. Let me talk about check-in, okay? I gave some helpful advice to those checking in our Facebook group. I will say the July 24th Carnival Vista group. I'm an administrator on that page, and we just completed our check-in process. Remember, with Carnival, you got 2 options. It depends on who you are and your status. If you are a Diamond, Platinum, or Suite guest, you can check in 16 days before you're sailing. Everyone else, you can check in 14 days. Okay? That's how they're doing priority boarding, basically. 16 days before, and it starts at midnight Eastern time. Right on the dot. It's like when tickets go on sale on Ticketmaster. Refresh your page, it's there. So here's my advice, and it helped so many people. And so I want to share it with you, okay? Even if you ever cruise 60 days out, remember this, okay? Amanda, I see your comment. He already has other people washing his clothes. Ha, ha, ha. Please dry them and put them away, okay? So when it is your turn to check in, if it's 16 days out or 14 days out, doesn't matter. Here's my piece of advice. I'm not going to say you have to do this, but this works. You'll see when you check in that you'll be asked, the first several questions you'll be asked are about updated information, name and address for you and your guest, emergency contact for you and your guest. What document are you going to use for immigration? Birth certificate, passport, and there's a few other things you can use. It wants you to enter that information in right there, okay? Your onboard spending is next. Cash account, credit card, what do you want to use? When you're done with that, then you get to select your check-in time, okay? Here's my tip, okay? It worked for me and a couple of hundred others, to be honest. When it was my turn to check in 16 days before, I clicked refresh. It was 11 p.m. Central Time. I checked in, and there's a button you can press at the bottom of every page. Skip for now. Okay? Skip updating your information. Skip your emergency contact. Skip your travel documents. Skip your onboard account, cash or credit, and get to your check-in screen. Select 10:30. Okay, 10:30 check-in time. Save it right there. Save it right there, and I always get out of it. I've saved my check-in time. I get out of it. Okay? I refresh my screen. Once I get out of it, my Carnival screen, I click check in again. You can enter that information at a later date. You can enter it sometimes if I'm up, and I was the other night. I click check in again after I select my check-in time, and I went ahead and entered the other information just because I was up. But I have also previously just waited until the next day or days, or because used to you could check in a month before. I'd wait a couple of weeks before I entered that information. But I did this and worked for me 16 days out. The next day, 15 days out, I put it on Facebook for the hundreds of people checking in at 14 days. I said, take it for what it's worth. This is up to you. A lot of people did it, and they got the 10:30 check-in time, which is important, 10:30 to 11, that's what everybody wants. But what people don't know is there's different zones within the 10:30 to 11 check-in time. I know in Galveston, I've heard they're having 8 zones, but I've seen them in the past have up to 12 zones. So, do you want to guess what zone that I received checking in, and those who use this strategy? Do you want to guess what zone we all received by using this strategy? Guess, guess, guess. I have to catch up on comments too. I received, and those who use this strategy received zone A01, which is there you go, Amy. You got it. Amy got it. A01. That is the first zone in the 10:30 to 11 o'clock time zone. David got it. Casey got it. Okay. And I will tell you this. People got that time zone or group number even in the 14-day check-in window. There's people, blue, red, gold status, who can't check in 16 days before. So all the platinums and diamonds checked in. Then it's their turn to check in, and they still got zone A01. Okay? So when you go to check in, don't tell everybody. Okay? I shared it with the Islanders. Don't go tell everybody, or it's not going to be our secret anymore. Okay? But use that and get the zone. Okay? Get the zone A01. Let me catch up on comments here. I had to share that with you because it's something that I did this week. It's a cruise tip and trick, and I wanted to share it with you because it'll get you the first zone, or even if you're zone 2 or 3, it's worth it. Okay, Jason, Carnival 75 days, yeah, for platinum. John Hill just went live. Okay, I will watch that about Brass Magnolia. I did not see it, but I was up here. I told Jay I was doing some prep before we started here, and you guys know I try to do it the right way. David is on the Celebrity Summit, July the 17th. That is coming up quick. Out of St. Martin, first celebrity cruise staying in the presidential suite. Oh my goodness. So, what should you expect? First off, you're going to have a great time. St. Martin is a beautiful place. Flying into St. Martin, I have been to Maho Beach there, where it's the famous, if you Google Maho Beach, St. Martin, that's where the planes land at the beach. It is unreal. But I can tell you for celebrity, okay, we have not gone on the newest class of ships. We want to go on the Edge here pretty soon. But celebrity, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, they're a more upscale cruise line. It's a little bit more of a wine and dine. It is marble floors, nicer fixtures. Of course, the cruise usually costs a little bit more, but it is a upscale feel. It's not as much of I don't want to say a party environment, but sometimes that's what it is, as Carnival would be, or even Royal Caribbean, who owns Celebrity. I mean, they own Celebrity, but you're going to have an unbelievable experience on Celebrity itself. It's going to be unbelievable going out of St. Martin and the beauty that is in that part of the world. And on top of both of those things, you're in a presidential suite. I mean, that is... It could be once in a lifetime. Just because Celebrity and these cruise lines don't usually sell out of some of the places they're selling out of. They thought they had to, and Royal Caribbean's doing the same out of Nassau, and we see this out of St. Martin. So you are going to have a great trip. Please, if you don't mind, if you have not joined our Facebook group yet, please join our Facebook group, Island Time, Cruise News and Travel, and please keep us updated. Send us a summary of your trip and what you thought about it. If you have pictures, please take pictures and post them, especially of that presidential suite, because that is going to be awesome. It really is. Susan and Amy, I see A07, A08. Like I said, I think in Galveston they've gone to 8 boarding zones, and they're maybe 4 or 5 minutes apart, honestly. If you're in the A group, that's great. I've seen people in the D group. At 12 o'clock, you're in the D group is what I've seen. So if you're in the A group, you hit a home run. The B group, it starts at 11. So you should board about, 11:15. You should be on the ship, assuming no fog, assuming the ship's not late like it was this week. A07, A08 is awesome. It really is. And Susan, I think there's 8, but there used to be 12. So we'll see. And we're going to go live. Once Amanda and I get checked in Galveston, we will have to wear masks in the terminal. Remember to bring a mask with you. We will go live, and we will just immediately right there share what the experience was like, dropping off the bags, checking in. Make sure you have your vaccine card. I've read stories already. A vaccine card is people packing them in their luggage they drop off to the porters. Then they get there to check in, and they think, oh, my gosh, my vaccine card is in my suitcase. They will make you wait and get the suitcase out and things like that, so make sure you have it with you. Susan, would there be approximately 600 before me if I'm A07? I think there would be... that may be right. 100 to 150 is what I would think, just on the math of what's on the Vista and Horizon and going to be Breeze. Capacity is about 70% right now, and I'll speak about capacity for just a second here. If you've got questions, keep on typing for sure. Capacity, I think, is going to stay at 70% the rest of this month. I have heard from people I trust and who work for Carnival, the plan is, I don't want to say was yet, but is/was to get that number between 90 and 100% for August. And the reason why I say is/was is we all know, if we paid attention to the new variant that is taking over. I live in Arkansas. Arkansas has the highest number of cases week over week, percent-wise per population in the country. We're leading the country in new cases, which is not something we want to lead the country in, but it's reality. But I say is/was because I heard yesterday from the same person that they may back off of that some, do 75 to 85%, and maybe keep it at what it is right now, 70 to 75% for August, just because of this fear of the variant. And we all know the vaccines are great, but they're not foolproof. They're not guaranteed. They're not 100%, just like some other vaccines. So we'll see what happens with capacity. But that's the latest I've heard on it, and it's from someone that I've known for 8 years that works at Carnival. So I'll put it like that. I'll keep you updated on that, because that is a question I have cruising, and I know you do too, for sure. Yes, Doreen's right. Bigger bathroom on Celebrity. The rooms themselves are about the same size. A presidential suite, you're going to have a huge room anyway. You're going to have just about the most square footage you can have on any cruise ship. On any cruise line, any cruise ship, period. Absolutely. Susan's going on the Horizon out of Miami. That's the Vista sister, a couple of years newer, but a beautiful ship. She really is. And how awesome was it this week that cruisers got to cruise with John Hilt and Christine Duffy and her husband and all sorts of VPs. It was an awesome week watching that. And it was awesome, too, that John, it wasn't planned, you can tell, doing his walkies around the ship at night, and Christine Duffy would be at the steakhouse bar. Or she was at Guy's Pig and Anchor. You know, the president CEO of the company is sitting there enjoying, looked like she had a watermelon martini at the steakhouse, which I hear is the thing to order there. It's just neat to see. It was. Yep. Casey's brought it up. And let me go to Amy first there. How does it work with luggage? Do we drop it off before parking or take it after we park, then head to check in? Depends on the port, but most of the time you can drive to drop it off. Because you don't want to drag it, especially going out of Galveston or Miami. It's hot. You don't want to drag it anywhere. So you can drop it off. I usually drop off Amanda, our friends. They get their luggage out, including mine, and then I pull around, go park the car. It could be there at the port, with the port, or a third party, private parking deck. And then I just walk back. I check in and put a ticket in my windshield. I walk back. They've already dropped off our luggage, and I join them. So that's the easiest way to do it. Try to avoid parking and dragging your bags a block or two, or maybe longer than that, because it is hot. Absolutely. Kimberly, you are in Arkansas. I am in Central Arkansas. I'm in the Conway area. Where are you from? And there was another question, too. So Casey mentioned this. $150 was a surprise. And $150 doesn't sound bad, but it could be more than that. So here's what Casey's talking about right here. There's families checking in with Carnival that were a little bit surprised. They did not know they were going to have to pay $150 per unvaccinated guest, and almost all of them are kids. We did hear very few exemptions being given to adults for whatever reason. They can't have a vaccine, but most of them are kids. But there were people surprised that a family showed up. Let's say there was a family of 4. They had 2 kids, and the 2 kids had exemptions. They were not vaccinated. They had to pay. They were charged, really, to their sign-in sale $150 for testing at the terminal per child. So it's $300, which is, it's a added expense. That's a day of excursions, just about. And so I don't know how long they'll keep that. There's all kinds of different rumors out there on why they did that. Are they just trying to get easy money? The test doesn't cost $150. There's all kinds of questions. And then our video today we covered as well. If you're going on a back-to-back, this was a surprise to cruisers Friday and Saturday. If you're going on a back-to-back like some people are, they're on their second leg this week on the Vista and Horizon, they had to take a COVID test. It was paid for. I know on the Vista they actually did the COVID test the last sea day, and you found out your results, but it sounded like out of Miami, you had to get off the ship and take the test, after the cruise was over, in between your cruises, which was a big inconvenience. Again, they were not told this before. The cost was covered, but some people have allergies, and they frankly don't like the swab being shoved up their nose and have issues with that. And so if you're on a back-to-back, just be aware you're going to be tested. Also on the health questionnaire, if you answer yes with Carnival, Royal Caribbean's doing the same. If you answer yes that you've been out of the country the last, it may say 10 days, 14 days, 21 or 30 days. If you answer that question as yes, be prepared to take a COVID test. It will, again, be paid for, but you will probably have to take a COVID test if you answer yes to that. So I want to pass that along. I saw several people over the weekend who had to take a COVID test and wait, for those results. I did not hear anyone that tested positive and could not go, but I heard that did happen. Susan, we're big fans of John Hill, too. He has been so good to us over the years. He really has. He's done things for Amanda and I that we didn't even ask for, but for him to think of us out of all the people that write to him, and he fulfills all sorts of requests, he's been so nice to us. Irma, if you get there early before you check in, your check-in time, have your driver drop you and the luggage off, then wait. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, if you get there early, which is, honestly, I did not think this would be the case, but I heard out of Miami especially, check-in times didn't mean anything. I mean, if you showed up at 10:30 and had a 1 o'clock check-in time, it didn't matter. I heard that it was much more enforced in Galveston, but we'll see if the whole reason to have check-in times is to limit the amount of people that are there at a single time. But it doesn't sound like that happened in Miami. Arkansas County, yep, I know where you're at. Absolutely, we go to Destin and Orange Beach and all the time. So we go right through Arkansas County. So I know where you're at, Kimberly. Sounds like a way to get back my onboard credit. Exactly, that's what a lot of people are saying. It's a fee that you have to pay. So they think that they're getting it back. Here we go. Glenda's in Arkansas as well, going on the Quantum of the Seas and the Mardi Gras. Hey, Glenda, that's quite a cruise itinerary there or schedule coming up. If you're going on both the Quantum and the Mardi Gras, let me go with you. Those are two awesome ships, two of the best ships right now in the industry across. If you could pick any ship, any cruise line, those are probably two of the top 5 right now. Amy asked, what time does the Cheers package start in Galveston? And it is correct. So Galveston and New York City, both of those ports, it is 6 a.m. the first sea day. 6 a.m. the first sea day, and then Cheers starts over every day at 6 a.m. So at 6 a.m. every single day, you get 15 drinks. Yep, in case he answered that. Yep. Do I know where Mulberry is? I do. I know where Mulberry is. I've been on the Mulberry River there, floating. I've been floating there. Let's see if I had anything else here. My other computer locked me out here. Check-in time. Yes. Got that. Oh. I also wanted to mention with testing, I had this down here too. If you're going out of Florida and you have unvaccinated guests, they do have to purchase travel insurance. Okay, you can purchase that with Carnival or through a third-party marketplace. I usually go third-party, but there are specifications of what the policy has to include. The Carnival policy will automatically include what is needed. So this is a time, honestly, if I was taking an unvaccinated guest with me, a child, or there are, like I said, there are some adults going for certain medical reasons that they are giving some exemptions, not many at all, handful or two. But if that's the case in Florida, you do have to purchase traveler's insurance. I would recommend purchasing with Carnival because they have exactly what you need. It is a little bit more expensive to go with Carnival, but I would do it for the time being for sure. Yep, Joanne just asked about it. Yes, but it is only out of Florida. I had 3 people yesterday who are Islanders message me and say, hey, I got my travel insurance purchased. This is who I went through. It's a third party, and they're going out of Galveston. And just out of curiosity, I asked them, did you plan on buying this or did you think you had to buy this? And they said, oh, no, we have to buy it because we have unvaccinated children with us. I said, that's only out of Florida. Travel insurance, it's a good idea to get it anyway. It is. But you only have to have it if you're cruising out of Florida, okay, not out of Galveston. And that is, of course, because of all the legal stuff going on in Florida. If you follow us, you know that we've covered it. The judge said, no, not so fast, my friend. His words were pretty sharp, saying that the CDC overstepped their bounds. Read this quote. We had a video about it. The appeal, of course, is at the 11th Circuit. It's a matter of time now before we hear, do they pick up this case? The Court of Appeals, do they pick it up? The panel of 3 judges, do they receive the briefs? Do they need an oral argument? Or do they not pick it up? They do not have to pick it up at all. That's what a lot of people, even my fellow bloggers, we had a text chain going, and some of them had even completed videos and uploaded them saying, we're going to see what happens here. My bachelor's degree is in history, and I enjoy government a lot. And I'm not saying that because I am sharp, but I do enjoy it. And I've reminded them they don't have to pick this thing up. They can leave it right where it's at, just as the Supreme Court does. The Supreme Court has all kinds of appeals every year, and they decide what they pick up and what they hear. So we're at that point. We'll see what happens here. Let's see. Joanne, this is a time I am thankful for being active duty and have gotten approval from your commander. That is awesome, and thank you so much for your service and what you do day in and day out for all of us. My grandfather was in the service for 20 years, Air Force. John, bring the lanyards. I will buy one. I will show those to you guys next week. We did it right. Our logo, our logo. All the colors are there. We didn't do it in black and white. I'll just tell you something about it now. I don't have one with me because they're being made, but it is a lanyard which has a detachable clip. Okay, the black clip. You can take that off real quick and purchase your drink, your coffee, put it in the casino, in the machine, so you don't have to take the whole lanyard off of your head. And it also has a metal clasp, not the plastic like so many others have. It's a metal clasp. So the lanyard itself is something that I would buy to use myself. The only difference is it's got our logo and it's got a phrase you will see. And so everyone will know that you are a Islander when you're wearing it. Yep. We'll see if they're in, though. They're being made, and it's a bulk order, I will tell you that. I'm late to the party, but how's your mother doing? Amanda answered that. Thank you, David, for asking. That means a lot to us. Thank you, Joanne. Thank you so much. I say, Amanda says lanyard pictures are on the Facebook page. Looky there. She's active on there. I need to catch up with her. Okay, let's do this. Let's play. This was a hit. Did you guys enjoy Never Have I Ever? Let me know. Should we keep it? Throw it away? I've enjoyed it, but I want to hear one more because some of these, of course I know what's in here. They're funny. Let's do another Never Have I Ever. While I draw it, give me your feedback on it. And be honest. Be honest with me. If we need to bring it back or we like it, we will. If not, we'll toss it, okay? Here we go. Never have I ever, and if you have questions, let me know let me know, and we will answer questions. Radio, new subscriber, thank you so much. I'm a positive person. I am. I'm a realist, but I try to be positive. It's quite refreshing here to see a fresh perspective with all the negativity that's sometimes present. I agree. I absolutely agree. But we have so much more to be thankful, and we have so much more ahead of us than what is both behind us and what is right here. And I always try to remember that. I came from nothing. My mama loved me. She did all she could and gave me all she could, but I didn't have anything. And I knew as a young child that there's so much more out there. Go experience it. Go do it. And that's what I've always done. And this is just another chapter in the book of trying to do something new. Even when you don't know sometimes what you're doing or what you're going to do next, you take the next step and it will lead to the next one. So thank you so much, Radio, for that comment there. I see a lot of keep it's. Let's see what we got. Be ready to give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. You just let me know. Let's see if I can find one here. Okay. Never have I ever been to the medical facility on board. Never have I ever been to the medical facility on board. Have you been to the medical facility, basically? I'm going to knock on wood. For me, I've never been to the medical facility. There's been members of my group go to the medical facility for several reasons. Cuts from excursions and needed stitches, checkups. I've been with people who had chest pain, things like that. And I will say, if you have been, let me know if this is true. The bill, I've heard when you get your bill from the medical center, is a little bit on the steep end from what I hear. I've never been, and I'm knocking on wood right now, to not go again. Let's see if we got some thumbs up. Joanne has been. Most people saying no, never. You went the Behind the Fun tour, so you've been. Casey has been to the medical facility. We'll give you half credit. How about that? Half credit. Thankfully not. No. I have. My late husband had a heart attack. Oh my gosh, Kimberly. It happens. We've seen it. We hope your experience was great. More importantly, we hope that they provided the service. We've heard that they're really, really good, but we've heard the bill sometimes. Irma has been. Glenn, no. Irma, yes. Yeah, the jail too. There is. I will tell you a story. There is a jail. I've never been there, but there is a jail. We can confirm that. And Kimberly said the bill is outrageous. That's what we have always heard. We pray, of course, and hope that it never does happen. But just out of curiosity, I looked at it years ago just to see what all is there at the hospital. And they are equipped to handle just about anything, from cuts and broken bones to real-life medical emergencies. And they work closely with the Coast Guard. It's a shout-out to the Coast Guard. We have seen medical emergency evacuations, and the Coast Guard hover over the ship in treacherous conditions already. There's only been a few days at sea I've ever been in storms and stuff, and one of them was when we needed the Coast Guard to come and help. And you can have confidence that they're there to help. And they've got the equipment to help. So that's always comforting. We just hope we never have to use it. And yes, insurance. If you buy the insurance, it's there for that, for sure. Amanda mentioned Jamie. Yeah, one of her eyes was dilated. The other one wasn't. Turns out her seasick patches mixed with her medication. And I remember that. Caused her eye dilation. I remember the light hurting her eyes, one of her eyes. And didn't know why, and went there, and they were able to tell that the patch, seasick patch, had caused that. And she stopped taking the patch and was better very, very soon. Rodney's been there behind the scenes. I wanted to go behind the scenes this time. Of course, they don't have it in July and August. Hopefully they will soon, because I've always wanted to go. Question, does travel insurance cover the medical bill on board? Robin, it's great to see you, but depending on your policy, again, sometimes I go third party, and it's like your car insurance. There's caps. Your policy might have $25,000 for onboard coverage for medical emergency, and then so much for coverage for medical evaluation. It's so hard because if you go with Carnival's policy, which is more expensive, sometimes it's even like double. $95 is what theirs is. And Royal Caribbean's is the same. It's more expensive, but they're going to cover more. Those numbers of what they're going to cover is going to be higher, and you're going to have a fighting chance. If you have to argue something, you can say, "I bought your policy." That your policy should be inclusive, of what I need here. You guys should know what should be covered. So, but yes, insurance does cover. You hate to purchase it. You never want to use it, but if something ever happens, you have confidence because you do have that policy. A lot of policies they cover about $20,000 or $25,000 is the standard insurance policy, which that should cover just about anything that would happen, Lord willing, on a ship. So, yeah, it may be tougher if you go third party to file a claim and fight, and do the things you need to do, whereas with Carnival, it may be quicker. Amanda wants to do the chef's table again. It's closed. I told her, Amanda didn't believe me, but it's in a crew area. It's closed for July and August. No chef's table for July and August. Bobby's going to bed. Good night, Bobby. We will be live this week. Again, I will tell you that here in just a little bit. I've heard Princess is more expensive. We haven't been on Princess yet. We have friends that have gone and who love it, who swear by it, honestly. We do need to try Princess, but we have not been. So coming up this week, here's what we've got. We'll have another live video, probably another one live on Sunday. I enjoy Sundays. It seems like you guys do too. End of a weekend, we have some time together. Our second successful cruise for Carnival, hopefully is they're en route, they're going. We'll follow up with that. John Hill is back online tomorrow morning. I believe it, yes, tomorrow morning, and he's going to have all kinds of news on the Mardi Gras and live video, or not live video, but video that's not renderings that we've seen and pictures. Royal Caribbean, they've announced their protocols for Florida for unvaccinated, the blended cruises. Could we see September plans? One thing on the radar to watch out for, and also test or simulated sailings for, you name the cruise line, Royal Caribbean, Carnival. We're waiting for Norwegian has just gone slow on us. They really have. We'll see what they're doing. And Disney, of course, had test selling canceled. We think that they're going to make up that test selling. So there's still all kinds of stuff on the horizon that we're looking at. Of course, we'll keep you updated. You know that. We will be right here. See if there's anything here before we leave. Jay's done the chef table. We need to do that. Susan bought insurance for a trip to Ireland. Total cost of trip back in my account the next day. Oh my gosh. Wow, okay. That was fast. And I did not think about Casey. We need to see if we had insurance purchased from a previous trip and have not transferred it, because that may be the case. Okay, remember, if you haven't liked the video, like it. If you're not a subscriber, we've had a great hour. Please come be a part of the community and the family. Thank you, as always, for supporting us. We hope you have a great night. It is dinner time. It is 8 o'clock, so it is way past dinner time, but I'm going to get something to eat. May have a chili dog for Jay. Run down to Sonic. We have gift cards, so we might do that. Hug and kiss your family. Have a great week, and we will talk to you very, very soon on Island Time. Thank you, everybody.